Thank you for joining this call today, this session. So today we are going to talk about Enterprise, and we have a very special guest today. She's Claudia Ochoa from our beloved partner Celeritech in the US, and they also have operations in some countries of Latin America. Something very important about today is that we are going to talk about the sales tools that Enterprise gives you and how important they are to a company. Mostly in these days where the employees and the sales team have to have access anywhere and anytime to the information. So first of all, I want to welcome Claudia. Welcome, and it's very nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Sophia. It's been a pleasure, and I'm really delighted to join today with you and your audience.
Thank you very much. Okay, so today we're going to talk about several things. Claudia is going to share some experiences that she has had with Enterprise, and most of all, we're going to talk about the importance of having the information anywhere, anytime. Okay, so let's start with our agenda. So today we're going to talk, I'm going to give you a quick introduction about Enterprise, who we are, where we are, etc. Then we're going to talk about the importance of optimizing the processes in these days. And then the benefits of doing it, how to do it, what's the best decisions that you can make, what do you have to take in consideration before you make a decision of adopting a new technology in your business. At the end, in this, at the same time, Claudia is going to talk about some of her experiences with some of the clients that she has in the US using Enterprise, and what the different experience that she has had with them. Then we're going to do a very quick demo showing you the product, what Enterprise can provide as a solution of mobility and to your sales team. And at the end, we're going to be answering some questions. So at any time, if you have any question, please send the question through the chat. We will be answering that at the end of the session. Okay, so this will be a session around 30 to 40 minutes. So if you have any question, please let us know. Okay, so first of all, we are, I am Sophia Is. I am the regional manager of Enterprise in the Americas. And as I told you, with me today is Claudia Ochoa. She is the US sales manager of our partner in the US, Celeritech. Okay, so let's start with Enterprise, and a quick introduction about who we are and where we are. So we are an Irish company. We started around 15 years ago, and we have different offices in different locations. So our headquarters are in Dublin, but we have offices in Colombia to cover all the Americas region. We have offices in Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand to cover all the Asia region. Then we have an office in London, Poland, Zimbabwe, and the idea is to cover as many places and time zone as possible. So as you can see, we are global, and we work in more than 75 countries, and we have more than 150 partners around the globe. So it is very important for you to know that we have been recognized by SAP Business One with some awards, very important awards that recognize the importance of Enterprise in terms of innovation. So we won the SAP Innovation Award in 2018. We won the Pinnacle Award in 2018 too. Then we have had some local recognitions in Ireland. So one of those is one of the best managed companies, and we have just been certified in the ISO 27000, just to make sure that all information is secure. Okay, so this is an overview of Enterprise. Now let's move on and talk about what technological changes we are facing today. Okay, so we know that we have been in some situations that have pushed the companies to do very quick changes in a very short time. So what is this about? So all these changes have been a challenge for most of the companies. But what do you have to do to plan these changes? What is important for your business in terms of selling? So all the conversation today that we're having is around sales and the importance of innovating in your sales team and sales tools, just to make sure that everyone access the information, that you can extend your sales model, not just to B2B, but also to B2C, and what tools are the best tools for your business. Now, how to improve our distribution channels, how to optimize the cost when I'm doing that. So what technology do I have to choose? How much do I have to spend? If I already have a system as SAP Business One, I already am working on my technology, and I am always spending and investing in my company's system, which is very good. So what do I have to do next? How do I improve my systems? How do I add technologies to make sure that I am getting the most of the system that I already have? In this case, with Enterpryze, we will focus in SAP Business One because it's the platform with the one we work with, well, it will give you an idea of how Enterpryze interacts with SAP Business One. So it gives you also an idea of the different tools that you can access. Okay. So I don't know, Claudia, if you have anything to add here.
Well, basically, and thanks, Sophia, really for this invitation. In every industry segment, and I refer to each one of us that are present in this session, because I know that we have a variety of business owners in every industry segment, and every profession. We have been in a lesser or greater extent impacted by technology. And we see it every day when we go into a restaurant and we see these small kids with 1 or 2 years old, that they are demanding, the internet credentials. When we turn into companies, it's happening exactly the same. They need to have the technology to be connected anytime and everywhere. And COVID and the last 2 years, the COVID was what COVID did was just to speed it up. The companies need to use the right technology to boost productivity and efficiency, to respond to the market demands and be competitive. So the questions for these parents with their stakeholders and also for these companies is the same as you just mentioned. Which technology should I use and what budget should I consider? And actually at Celeritic, we rephrase it a little bit and we say, listen, based on the business strategy and the main goal, what's the benefit, tangible or not, are we going to get from that technology? And this is basically where Enterpryze comes into play. So Sophie, thanks to our alliance, today we're able to give more access, more access to more businesses, to world-class technologies just like SAP, using the robust and affordable pack of enterprise solutions. So today we're able to enable them to sell more, sell better, sell faster, just combining SAP B1 with Enterprise. And that not only applies to them, because in our case, Celeritic also uses the Enterprise solutions to run our business better. But also as a technology firm, we are able to, we have been able to reduce the level entry of their investments dramatically too, which make us, make us more profitable nowadays. So the democratize the use of SAP is a reality today, thanks to Enterprise.
Great. Okay. Thank you, Claudia. And that's very important because the idea is that the idea of this session is to give you an option and to give you the information that you need just to consider what's important for your business. So I just want to ask you something, Claudia. So I know that you are every day in contact with different customers, existing customers of Salary Tech and potential new businesses for you. What do you think that has changed in their mindset in terms of what technology do they need? So do you think that in the past 3 years, the mindset has changed? And if you can focus maybe that on the needs for sales team and the people on the field, do they need something different than they were asking before the pandemic?
Well, it's a fact is that the sellers, we are not the same sellers that we were a few years back, but the buyers either. So now we have a more, smart buyer who really make a Google search before having this first conversation. And which technology should I choose? It varies because it depends on the strategic planning that the company has. As you just mentioned, there are companies that at the beginning, before the pandemic, they were only B2B companies. And today they have extended their sales models and they do B2B and B2C. And with that company that COVID brings into the table, which is time sensitive. So they needed to act and react fast. So companies needed to look, and they're doing it today. They are looking for those technologies that they can implement fast, that they are really affordable, because at the end of the day, Sophie, this is a matter of cash flow. If they invest in a manufacturing machine to grow their business, or they make huge investments in technology. And the fact is that the companies, they just move in that direction where technology, unfortunately, wasn't the first priority. Now it does. And they are investing, it doesn't matter the strategic planning, they are investing in technologies. And, those affordable solutions that they can quickly put in place, that they can go live fast, that enable them to, control inventory, be more closer to business partners, either customers and clients, and also be sufficiently, flexible to get to use the same technology to run their business, not only today, but also tomorrow, and act fast on based on that. That's the reason that we see Enterpryze as a great product to consider, because we were able using Enterpryze to help most of our clients moving from B2B to B2C to B2C with the B2B portal that you offer. So we were able to enable them to quickly start collecting, giving their clients the option to place their own orders. And when we move into B2C, the integration with Shopify is just, it's something that is not a dream, that it really in a few hours, companies can be running the integration between Shopify and SAP Business One seamless. Sure. And at the end of the day, all of them wants to, optimizing costs.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Claudia. So at the end of the day, speed, agility, and budget play a very important role in how businesses make decisions today.
That's right.
Good. Perfect.
Information is key, and the way that we get it, it's what makes the companies decide, the business owners decide which technology they need to use or they're gonna get.
Okay, so perfect. So now let's move on. And I know that we do have a lot of customers together, but I think that it is important maybe to put in context our audience, just to make them feel like more connected to real cases, use cases of enterprise. So I know that you want to share with us some of your experiences with your customers in different fields and different modules with enterprise. So please let us know how this has worked for you and your customers.
Of course, Sophia. So we see enterprise as a full package of solutions, and based on our own needs and also our clients' needs, we position it either or. For example, we have this client. This is a client that they distribute high-end appliances globally. They have different companies. In the US is one of them. They distribute these high-end appliances from Europe to the rest of the globe. So they sell these products in different Latin American companies, in the Caribbean islands, and they were looking for a field service solution. So it's not a secret that those companies, they need to control the own technicians and also the third-party technicians that they hire, because it's not only a matter of, optimize the entire supply chain, but also to increase the customer loyalty and satisfaction, having the right technology deliver at their customer's step. So when we started this conversation with this client, we identified that the main goal that they had was, one, to maximize the service unit, the line of business revenue, because they didn't have any control. They didn't have the same process in place in every country. So every country was working like independent, even though that they work together. They needed to improve the customer satisfaction because they don't only sell or distribute these high-end appliances, they also provide the services, the installation services. And well, that information was, in some small paper Post-its, and they really didn't have the right tool to have in one place all the information that they needed to take care of their clients. So when we helped them evaluate different field services option, we identified that there was something very special or important to mention when we refer to enterprise, which is that, one, it would let them standardize the process in every country. They were able to get or to control the sales plans versus real and know exactly how much money they were spending doing these services, and they needed to have it fast. So today we have more than 70 technicians using the application field services, providing this service, and we were able to do it in around 2 months. One of the reasons that it took us around 2 months, because doing the enterprise implementation was as a product was really fast. It's something that we can do in just days. But the fact is that we needed to integrate with the rest of the functionality that SAP Business One also has to cover this service or to cover this this area, which is have the sales blanket, running the different reports to know which serials they need to manage. And well, it's something that takes us a little bit, in addition to train all these technicians to use the application, which was really, really easy because the application is user friendly. but we needed to do, in different in different sessions. That's pretty much what it took us around 8 weeks to complete the project. So it was slightly easy to sell because the investment didn't really impact the annual budget that they already defined at the beginning of the year. And the benefits were easy for them to measure it too.
Okay. Okay, that's great. And something important here, if I can add something, is that they are growing, and this is not just a solution that they implement today and they start using today, but if tomorrow they add a new country, or they add more technicians, or they change slightly the process of how they capture information during the service, well, the application and the solution can adapt to that growing. So that's it. That's very important. And I think that was also a very important fact for them to decide for Enterpryze.
Totally. They know that they can start, that this is a technology that are going to be with them, not only today, but a few years from now.
Perfect. Okay, great. So let's move on to the next one.
So basically the message that I really want to give all the audience is that Enterpryze is not just one product, it's the variety of products, and based on what the business need, we can bring, or we can use one or the other, or both. So the same way that we approach these kind of hours, SAP B1 client, of course, with field services application, we have been doing the same with all those clients that they do wholesale and distribution with B2C, B2C, B2B, and B2C business model. And in this case in particular, I'm referring to this client that they have grown. Before the pandemic, they were doing only B2B, but now they are using Shopify to sell online. They act during the pandemic, and they needed to increase the distribution channels to reach their clients, to sell the products and services. And what we put in place, they used before the pandemic only sales, but now they're using delivery, which is another application to get the proof of delivery every time that they deliver the goods. So we have different applications running in the same company. So we have the integration with Shopify, which has avoided them, the overselling. They really can control the inventory and all the sales that are coming from different selling channels like Shopify, Amazon, all the orders that the retail stores take, and the B2B as well. So they manage the inventory. They increase the customer loyalty because now they are able, to get the proof of delivery and make sure that the client is really receiving what they need. And something very interesting is that everything comes into SAP and has helped the financial team to make their job better, because everything is integrated. So we're adding this feature of being able to work offline for the sales reps and the drivers and the retail stores when they don't have internet, and have, combine all this information and being able to place it in SAP B1 as their core platform, making the financial processes easier for the rest of the team. So they have gained, efficiency along the extended supply chain, not only with their vendors, but also with their customers and internally too. This is a project that took us around, let's say, 2 months. The second phase, because first they did the implementation with the sales reps, and they, make a rollout to, to the drivers. And last year we added Shopify and give them, the B2B clients to place orders online too. It has been a really transformed digitally for this client, thanks to SAP One combined with Enterprise.
Perfect. So it is a very powerful message there, because you cannot only grow in the same department that you're working with Enterprise, as we saw in the last example. So that was a service operation, and they can grow doing service, okay? But in this case, for this customer, they not only grew with the same module, but they also start activating other modules within the same platform, which is very powerful, because they are already connected, they are already using Enterprise. They are just enabling other functionalities within Enterprise. So it makes it quicker, and you don't have to train your team in a different platform. Everything is within Enterprise. So that is a very powerful message.
That's right.
Okay.
And the third example that we're bringing today, Sophia, that we think it's useful and informative, is that, again, it's always based on the business strategy, and the main goal. Because the first two examples, we are talking about those clients that needed to reinvent themselves and added or replacing different selling channels or distribution channels. But in this case in particular, we used Enterprise. In this company, they also distribute machines, and they needed to optimize their processes, looking to improve their costs. And there is this interesting and very powerful solution that Enterprise has, which is one. So we did a little combination, but from the financial point of view. So now we have the sales rep, when they travel, they can take just a picture of their expense, and they don't need to wait until they come back home to deliver to the finance team. They could do it on the road, make it more efficient, that process to receive the payments of their expenses. That's one thing. And the other one, this is a client with around 60 suppliers. And one of the main issues that they were facing is that they reduced the finance department, but they needed to process all the AP billing monthly with the same speed. And what we offer them is to get one of the features that Enterprise has, which is, identify those AP billings and upload them into SAP just quickly. Today, they have been able to reduce 40% of the labor cost. And the way that we did the measure is we did the math, how long it took them to make all the AP approval process, upload the AP into SAP, of course, and process the payments. And we realized that it took them around 15 to 20 minutes to process every AP. So once we completed the project, they realized that they have reduced the 40% of the labor cost for one person, which is pretty much what they were looking for. And now they have, more audit control around the expenses, and the AP process run smoothly, better than than before COVID.
That's great. That's great. So the idea for them was, well, saving time doing manual work. So the thing with Enterprise is that we're always adding new features to the platform, and this is a very is a feature that we launched a few months ago. So the idea is we know that all the companies, they buy something and they receive AP invoices, and there's always someone taking the AP invoice and manually saving it into SAP Business One. But that doesn't add any value to the business. That doesn't add any strategic view of the invoicing. So why don't we take these AP invoices, we add an OCR engine that can read that and make the process faster, and we use the extra time, just to make sure that this person can analyze, can use the time doing something that can add to the business and not just the manual work. So that's something that we are always looking for, and all these manual processes that we all do in all the companies, we're always trying to make them better and trying to automate them, just to make sure that the time that we spend in the business is a time that we can use to make it grow and to make it better, not just to manually convert information from one paper to the system. Okay,
so that's right. And we always, get back to the same question. So what benefit, tangible or non-tangible, are we going to get from that technology? Because it's not a matter of, getting a technology because we see the rest of the companies investing in technology. It's what it brings to our business. So how we can really benefit from the use of this platform. And so far what we have seen, and currently we have around 40%, around 40 to 30% of our clients are using Enterprise in one way or another. One, for using Shopify, others, the AP billing automation, and others, all the delivery and the van sale and the sell to optimize the extended supply chain. And we see how they are selling more, selling better, and selling faster.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so, well, thank you very much, Claudia. I think that we will move on very quickly to the demonstration. I just want to show you very quick how what Enterprise looks like. Okay, so what's the different platforms that we have, the web access, the mobile applications. This will be very quick. I know that we're running out of time, so I don't want to keep you for a long time. So just, Claudia, can you please confirm if you can see my screen?
I can.
Okay, great. Okay, so as you can see here, and what we have been talking during the past minutes, is that it is important for you to make the right decision and to maybe guide your clients towards the right decision. So what's something that is very important for you to take into consideration is, first of all, to have a system that is integrated with your core system. Okay, so there are a lot of independent solutions out there that allows you to record information, but that doesn't mean that the information is going to be recorded and aligned with your core system. So what we offer with Enterprise is this integration and synchronization in real time with SAP Business One that will allow you to control and make sure that everyone is accessing the same information at any time. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the web application of Enterprise. So Enterprise has a web application and some mobile applications that complement the different modules that you see here. So as you can see, we have different modules that are connected to SAP Business One, and what you can do here is that you can edit information, enter new information, or just look for something that is already been recorded from SAP Business One or in the past in Enterprise. Okay, so today I will focus on this module here. So the sales module. this is what you can share with your sales team, just to make sure that they have the possibility to record information directly into SAP Business One with the right prices, with the right descriptions, with the right taxes. Then you can also allow them to look for something that has happened in the past for a customer, or a transaction that someone recorded from Enterprise, but you have to see what has been quoted to a customer, or what's the order for that customer. So in this sales module, you have a dashboard tile that will show you different information about your sales. So first of all, you have the sales by revenue. You can apply different filters. So let's say that you want to see the sales revenue by product group for the last 3 months. You just select your product group here, or you want to see the overall sales. I just erase that, apply filters, and I can see how much my sales are evolving in the past weeks. Okay. Then I have different KPIs of open documents. I have the top sales. I can see that by customers. So the most important customers for me, and the sales rep that are selling the most. So I can just change the filters and see this by sales rep. Then I have the sales by product group, my activities, etc. Okay, so this is something to give you information in a very quick way about how your sales department is performing. Then we have the quotes, and we are now at a transaction level. Okay, so we can see the quotes that we have created in the past. Okay, the number of the quote is exactly the same as the one in SAP. Then we can also create a new one. So let's create a new item quote or service code quote. Let's do it with an item. I will select my customers. So the customers that I have here are exactly the same that I have in SAP Business One, the contacts, the bill to address, the ship to address. Then I add the lines, so the different products that I want to sell or quote in this document. So I can filter this by item group, or I can just look for the description or item code. So I want to sell a hoodie. I just look for the hoodie and click on it. When I click on the item, I will get more information related to that item. So I can see the availability on the different warehouses. Then I can see the different taxes that I can apply to it. Then we have the quantity, the price that for this item. So this is very important because this is the price that I have in the price list assigned to this customer. Okay, so Enterprise respects the prices of your SAP Business One price lists. Then I can also affect cost centers and projects in SAP Business One, and then I can add an additional item or just finish it, and I start creating my document. I can also have custom fields connected or not with SAP Business One. So all the information that you record here are also going to be recorded in the SAP user-defined field or not. It's an option. And then when I finish, I just save it. And when I save it, I create a document that is also visible in SAP Business One in real time. So when I get this message here, I know that the sales quote 240 is now also visible in SAP Business One. Okay. Now, what I can do with this is that I can send it via email. I can print the report or the PDF, add related activities, see the relationship map, make it recurring, or just copy it to a different transaction. So I can copy it to a sales order, delivery invoice, or sales reserve invoice. So let's copy this to a delivery right away. I just click here. Then I can edit the document before I save it. I know in the remarks that this is based on the quote 240. And if everything's okay, I just save it. And now the quote is copied to a delivery. Okay. Now, if I look for the relationship map, I will be able to see that this document is based on the quote 240. Okay, and I can relate to that quote anytime. Okay, so this is very powerful because it gives your team the possibility to see the history of the document. Okay, so now I have a sales delivery, then I can copy to a sales invoice, a return, or just close or cancel the document. Okay, so what else can we do here? So we have the same process with orders. I can create new orders. I can copy an order to a delivery or an invoice. So it's exactly the same process, and the way I create a document is the same. Then I have returns, invoices, credit notes, reserve invoices, and we do have this delivery planning. So in this delivery planning, what we do is that you have the different drivers in your company, okay? So these are enterprise users. You just select the drivers that you want to schedule, and then you have access to the calendars. On the left side of the screen, you have the different sales orders or deliveries that you haven't assigned yet or you haven't scheduled yet. So if I want to schedule this one, so this is the one we have just created. So I want Sophia to deliver this one today at 11 a.m. I just drag and drop it. I select that this is for Sophia, because remember that we have two drivers combined. Then this will block Sophia's calendar and will give her a notification that a new delivery has been assigned for her. So she is in the van, she is visiting the customers and delivering products. So now she knows that she has a new delivery to do, okay? Now, what does Sophia do? So Sophia has a mobile application, and in the mobile application, she will see the details of this delivery, and she will be able to deliver the goods, take pictures and signatures as proof of delivery. So this is what we were talking about with Claudia before. So one of her customers, they use this to control and make sure that they have traceability of all the deliveries that they are doing to their customers, and making sure that the right person is receiving the right goods. Okay, so this is how you schedule it. Then we also have recurring sales. So for all the transactions that you have here, you can make them reoccurring. It means that you want a quote to be created once every week, once every month, so you can make it reoccurring. And this is what you can see here. So you can see a forecast of what documents are going to be created in the next months and the different transactions that you have, okay? Then we have the email and billing. So this is for you to manage multiple documents at once. So let's say that you have a customer. So this customer has 2 sales quotes, and he has approved the 2 sales quotes for an order. Okay, so I can take the 2 of them and copy them to a sales order, or I can consolidate them. It means that the 2 quotes will create only 1 sales order. Okay, so I can do that with different documents. I can also print the statements. So I can see the statements of my customers and I can print them. So I just select the customer and I can print that to PDF and send it to the customer, just to make sure that they have all the information and the balance of their account. Okay, so that's what we have in the web application for the sales module. But what happens with the mobile applications? So let me just show you what we have here. So Enterpryze has, as I told you before, has different mobile applications that can be accessed from iOS or Android. So this is the sales application. So this is where the sales team can access the different customers and they can see whatever has been created for them. So I can either create a new document, so I can create a new quote, order, activity, I can create a new contact person for a customer or a new business partner. So if I'm on the road, I can do and create transactions from my phone and everything will be synchronized. And something that is very important that Claudia was saying is that, well, first of all, we are multi-company. So if you have different databases, the same user can access all of them. And I can see the detail of each transaction. So if I want to see this sales order, I just click here and I can see what has been ordered. I can check the availability. So if I click everywhere where this information icon is, I can see the availability in the different warehouses. So I know that what I'm selling is available. Then I can also create new documents, and this is the offline capability that we have too. So if I want to create a quote and I don't have internet connection, I will have a message here. So everything I record here will be saved as draft. And then when I come back online, I can go to my drafts and upload them. Okay, so this is what I can do when I take quotes or orders in the field. When I am a driver, I have this mobile application, which is the deliver application. And this is where I can see the orders and the deliveries that I have to deliver. Okay, so I have all the information here. I can go, let's say that I want to see the deliveries. So I have my my calendar, and I can say, okay, this is the one I want to deliver. This is the one we have just created from the web application. So if I click here, I can see that I have to deliver one hoodie. Okay, and now I can add attachments as signatures or pictures. So I have the arrival date and time. Okay, and then I add an attachment, let's say a signature. So the customer signs in my screen. And when I add a signature, then I cannot edit anything. So I say, yes, I want to add it. So now I cannot edit anything here. And then I deliver the document. Okay, so now the document is delivered, and I can track all this information from SAP or Enterprise, because this attachment will be visible in my delivery 204. Okay, so this is what we wanted to show you today. This is a very quick demo of what we can offer with Enterprise and the different functionality, but please do not hesitate in contacting us if you have any questions, if you need to see if Enterprise is a good fit for your business, if you have a particular need that you want to check with us, and well, we will be more than happy to help you. So I don't know if there's any questions so far. Claudia, I don't know if you have any comments of what we have just seen.
Well, what I can tell you for sure is that the experience that we've had in different companies that belongs to different industry segments is that it's easy to adopt and to adapt, and that's it's a very win-win since the beginning, you know, because it's easy for the users to adapt to this new technology. That's one of the message that I want to bring it to the table. And the other one, it's a matter of budget, because those are investments that really worth it. So really brings benefit to the clients in a very quick way. And it's easy for business owners to take the decision when we have Enterprise in the equation, not only SAP B1. So I think it's and that's how we see it, as a powerful tool to help us sell more.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Claudia. I don't think there's any questions so far, but I think that if you want to know more about Enterprise, if you want to see what we have in the different launches and releases that we do very, very often, please follow us and in the different social media, and just let us know if you have any questions. Just drop us an email and we will be more than happy to help you and to show you Enterprise in more detail. So thank you very much to all of you. Thank you, Claudia, for joining us. It was very, very important, your presence here. You are a very important partner for us. So thank you so much. I hope to see you soon in the next webinar. So, well, have everyone a very good day, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Thank you, Claudia.
Bye.
Bye.